United States Astrological Podcast for the week of August 10th, 2024. Presented by Ambrosius Holloway. In the cosmic dance of August 10th, 2024, the heavens weave a narrative that places the United States in the forefront of global affairs, bathed in celestial light that commands attention and respect. The astrological alignments of this week resonate with both the echoes of history and the heartbeat of the present, creating a powerful confluence of energy that shapes the nation's path. Sun conjunct Midheaven, 25 degrees Leo. Imagine the sun, the ancient symbol of power and vitality, aligning with the midheaven, the zenith of the sky that marks the pinnacle of one's public life. This celestial event, set in the regal sign of Leo, emphasizes a period where the United States stands tall, its presence as undeniable as the midday sun. Just as kings of old would be crowned under Leo's fiery gaze, this aspect signals a time when the nation's influence shines brightly on the world stage. It's a moment reminiscent of historical epochs when empires asserted their dominion, and now the United States steps into that historical role with a grandeur that demands to be acknowledged. Moon trine Mercury, 20 Virgo. As the moon forms a harmonious trine with Mercury, the messenger of the gods, a current of clarity and eloquence flows through the nation's discourse. Picture the smooth, silver tongue of an orator whose words resonate not just with logic, but with the wisdom of the heart. This aspect draws parallels to the great communicators of the past, whose speeches not only informed, but inspired. In this week, the United States benefits from a blend of emotional intelligence and sharp reasoning, creating a powerful tool for diplomacy and internal harmony. The words spoken and written during this time will carry weight, as they are infused with the grace and precision that only such a celestial alignment can bestow. Moon trine Mars, 26 Gemini, 21 Virgo. The energy of the moon trine Mars crackles with the vigor of a warrior poet, where emotion fuels action with a purpose. The alignment between these two planets stirs a dynamic force within the nation, propelling it forward with a determined drive to achieve its goals. This is the spirit of pioneers and revolutionaries, those who felt the call to action deep within their souls and pursued it with relentless passion. During this week, the United States finds itself imbued with a similar zeal, a time to harness the energy of both the mind and heart to forge ahead with conviction. Mercury conjunct Venus, 3 Virgo, 60 Virgo. In the precise and meticulous sign of Virgo, Mercury and Venus come together in a celestial dance that speaks of harmony and diplomacy. This is a moment where the nation's voice is not just heard, but cherished, where negotiations and relationships are built on a foundation of mutual respect and aesthetic appreciation. Think of the delicate negotiations of peace treaties or the crafting of alliances that stand the test of time. This aspect offers the United States a unique opportunity to foster such connections. It is a time when words are not just tools, but art, capable of bridging divides and creating lasting bonds. Mercury conjunct Mars, 3 Virgo, 21 Virgo. The union of Mercury and Mars in Virgo sharpens the nation's intellect like a sword forged in the fires of ancient blacksmiths. Here, mental acuity is paired with a fierce determination, creating an atmosphere ripe for debate, innovation, and problem-solving. The historical echoes of great thinkers and strategists come to mind, those who carved their names into history, not just with action, but with the power of their ideas. In this week, the United States is urged to approach its challenges with both intellect and boldness, to debate fiercely yet constructively, and to seize the moment with a proactive spirit. Venus conjunct Mars, 6 Virgo, mini Virgo. Finally, as Venus and Mars unite in Virgo, there emerges a blend of passion and pragmatism that infuses the nation's cultural and aesthetic endeavors. This is the energy of artists who revolutionize their mediums, of movements that blend beauty with purpose. The conjunction suggests a time when the United States may find itself at the forefront of cultural innovation, where the drive for harmony and the pursuit of beauty are intertwined with a proactive, almost militant determination to achieve them. It's a nod to the Renaissance, where art and action were one and the same, and where the spirit of creation was both passionate and purposeful. As the United States navigates the astrological currents of this week, the stars beckon it to rise to the occasion, to embrace its role on the world stage with grace, wisdom, and a touch of grandeur. The cosmic alignments offer not just guidance, but a powerful reminder of the nation's potential to shape history, to communicate with clarity and heart, and to act with both purpose and beauty. In this week, the universe speaks, and it is up to the United States to listen and respond with the courage and creativity that have defined its journey through the ages. As we continue to unravel the cosmic script of August 10th, 2024, the celestial dance between the planets reveals deeper layers of influence that guide the United States through a transformative and spiritually charged week. The alignments in the heavens not only illuminate the present moment, but echo the struggles and triumphs of history, reminding us that the path forward. Jupiter sextile Neptune, 5° Cancer, 20° Capricorn. In the vast expanse of the cosmos, Jupiter, the great benefactor, extends a gentle hand to Neptune, the mystical dreamer, in a sextile that breathes life into the nation's ideals and compassion. Picture this aspect as a bridge between the earthly and the divine, a harmonious flow that encourages the United States to look beyond material success and towards a higher calling. This alignment is reminiscent of the great humanitarian movements of the past, where nations and leaders were inspired to transcend their own interests for the greater good. The energy of Jupiter sextile Neptune infuses the week with a sense of idealism, urging the nation to embrace spiritual growth and to channel its resources into humanitarian efforts that uplift. It's a time for the United States to remember its role not just as a superpower, but as a beacon of hope and empathy in a world that desperately needs both. Saturn square Neptune, Fort Aries, 22° Capricorn. Yet amidst this wave of idealism, Saturn, the stern taskmaster, casts a challenging square to Neptune, creating a tension that is as old as time itself, the struggle between reality and dreams. This aspect draws a line in the sand, forcing the nation to confront the gap between its lofty aspirations and the often harsh realities of the world. It is a reminder of the countless times throughout history when ideals were tested against the grindstone of practicality, when the visionaries had to wrestle with the constraints of the possible. For the United States, this week brings a challenge to find a way to reconcile its spiritual and humanitarian goals with the practical responsibilities that come with its power and influence. This is not a time for disillusionment, but for forging a path that honors both the dreams and the duties that define the nation's character. Saturn trine Pluto, 14° Aries, 27° Sagittarius. In a trine that hums with the energy of transformation, Saturn, in all its disciplined glory, aligns harmoniously with Pluto, the lord of the underworld and master of rebirth. This aspect carries the weight of history's great reforms, where discipline and structure were the cornerstones of profound and lasting change. Just as the great civilizations of the past rose from the ashes of their predecessors, the United States is offered a celestial blueprint for transformation this week. A plan that calls for patience. The Saturn trine Pluto aspect doesn't promise quick victories, but rather the slow, steady march towards a future reshaped by resilience and strategic vision. It's a moment for the nation to lay down the foundations of change that will endure for generations, much like the great reforms that have defined its past. Uranus sextile Neptune, 8° Aquarius, 20° Capricorn. As the week draws to a close, Uranus, the harbinger of innovation and rebellion, forms a sextile with Neptune, creating a spark of creativity that lights up the spiritual and social realms. This is the energy of the avant-garde, of those who dare to dream differently and who are unafraid to challenge the status quo. The Uranus sextile Neptune aspect invites the United States to explore unconventional approaches to its spiritual and social challenges, to embrace the kind of progressive change that has the power to redefine. Think of the cultural revolutions that have swept across history, where new ideas took root and grew into movements that forever altered the course of nations. This week, the United States is called to tap into that same spirit of innovation, to find new ways to connect with its higher ideals, and to inspire its people to think beyond the confines of tradition. In this astrological narrative, the United States stands at a crossroads, where the lessons of history, the demands of the present, and the possibilities of the future converge. The stars offer guidance, but it is up to the nation to heed their call, to navigate the challenges and opportunities with wisdom, and to continue its journey with a sense of purpose that honors both its past and its potential. As the week unfolds, the celestial alignments remind us that the true measure of a nation lies not just in its power, but in its ability to dream, to transform, and to lead with compassion and courage. As we delve deeper into the astrological influences shaping the United States during the week of August 10th, 2024, the themes of leadership, communication, action, and transformation come to the fore, painting a vivid picture of a nation at a pivotal moment in its journey. Leadership and public presence. At the heart of this week's astrological tapestry is the Sun conjunct Midheaven, a powerful alignment that casts the United States in a role of undeniable prominence on the world stage. Just as the sun at its zenith illuminates everything beneath it, so too does this aspect suggest that the nation's influence and leadership will be felt globally. The charisma and authority bestowed by this conjunction will likely propel the USA into a position where its decisions and actions have far-reaching consequences, echoing the leadership of historical figures who have stood at the helm of empires, guiding their nations through moments of great importance. This is a time when the United States' public presence will be not just seen but felt, its leadership shining like a beacon for others to follow. Communication and diplomacy. In the realm of communication, the harmonious trine between the Moon and Mercury, coupled with Mercury's conjunction with Venus, sets the stage for a period where words are as powerful as deeds. This alignment speaks to the art of diplomacy, where the right message delivered with the right tone can open doors, mend rifts, and build bridges. The United States is likely to find that its diplomatic efforts are met with success, as the energies of these aspects facilitate clarity, understanding, and a touch of grace in all forms of communication. This is reminiscent of those moments in history when negotiations shaped the course of events, where eloquence and tact became tools of peace and progress. During this week, the nation's ability to communicate effectively, both internally and on the world stage, will be a crucial asset, helping to navigate complex situations with finesse and harmony. Dynamic action. Mars, the planet of action and drive, forms conjunctions with both Mercury and Venus, infusing the week with a dynamic energy that propels the United States towards proactive solutions and creative endeavors. This is a time when the nation's approach to challenges will be marked by vigor and assertiveness, a reflection of Mars's influence in sharpening the mind and energizing the spirit. Whether in resolving conflicts or pursuing new artistic and cultural initiatives, the nation is likely to find itself acting with a sense of urgency and purpose, channeling Mars's fiery energy into productive and innovative outcomes. The echoes of past eras, where bold decisions and actions reshaped societies, can be felt as the United States harnesses this powerful planetary force to drive its agenda forward with determination and creativity. Versus reality. However, the week is not without its challenges. The square between Saturn and Neptune brings to the forefront the age-old struggle between idealism and reality, forcing the nation to confront the tension between its aspirations and the practicalities of the world. This aspect can be seen as a crucible, where the nation's ideals are tested against the demands of the moment, much like the ideological battles that have shaped its history. The United States may find itself at a crossroads, where the need to reconcile lofty goals with tangible results could lead to significant societal and cultural shifts. This is a time when the nation must grapple with the complexities of its identity and mission, striving to align its actions with its deepest values, even as it navigates the often harsh realities of the world. Transformation and innovation. Finally, the trine between Saturn and Pluto, along with the sextile between Uranus and Neptune, suggests a period of profound transformation, supported by innovative and disciplined approaches. These aspects herald a time of structural change, where the foundations of the nation are likely to be reshaped in ways that reflect both its evolving identity and its future aspirations. The influence of Uranus, the planet of innovation, coupled with Neptune's spiritual and visionary energy, points to a period where the United States is poised to embrace progressive changes that challenge the status quo and redefine its path forward. Just as past periods of reform and revolution have left an indelible mark on the nation's history, so too does this week offer the potential for significant and lasting change, driven by a blend of discipline, vision, and creative thinking. In sum, the astrological influences of this week create a complex and dynamic landscape for the United States, one where leadership, communication, action, and transformation are all intricately. The nation stands at a moment of both challenge and opportunity, where the alignment of the stars offers guidance, but also demands wisdom, courage, and a willingness to evolve. As the United States navigates these cosmic currents, the choices made this week could reverberate far into the future, shaping the destiny of a nation that continues to be a beacon of both power and possibility. The USA's natal chart on August 10, 2024, unfolds like a masterful composition, each planetary aspect playing its part in a symphony of power, influence, and transformation. The celestial arrangements do not merely whisper suggestions. They resound with the promise of a nation standing at the threshold of significant evolution, ready to make its mark on the world in ways both profound. As the sun sits majestically at the midheaven, the chart underscores a period of robust leadership. The USA's influence radiates outward, much like the rays of the sun at its zenith, illuminating its role on the global stage. This is not a time for quiet diplomacy or subtle maneuvering. Rather, it is a moment when the nation's presence and decisions will shape international affairs, with the clarity and authority of a leader. Communication, often the linchpin of effective governance and diplomacy, is another focal point of this chart. The harmonious interplay between the Moon, Mercury, and Venus suggests a period when words carry a special potency. The USA is poised to wield its voice with eloquence and charm, creating a narrative that not only resonates with its own people, but also with the global community. This alignment signals a time when the nation's messages, whether in the form of public speeches, diplomatic negotiations, or internal communications, will be particularly impactful, fostering understanding, cooperation, and a sense of shared purpose. The dynamism of Mars, coupled with Mercury and Venus, injects a sense of urgency and action into the nation's chart. This is a period when the USA is not content to sit back and let events unfold. Instead, there is a proactive, even aggressive energy at play, one that drives the country to tackle challenges head-on, resolve conflicts, and push forward creative and cultural initiatives with vigor. This martial energy, tempered by Venusian diplomacy, ensures that while actions may be bold, they are also guided by a desire for harmony and balance. However, the chart is not without its complexities. The square between Saturn and Neptune highlights a tension that has long been a theme in the nation's history, the struggle to reconcile its ideals with the realities. This aspect suggests a period of introspection and challenge, where the USA must navigate the delicate balance between its vision for the future and the practical steps needed to achieve it. This tension could catalyze significant societal and cultural shifts as the nation grapples with questions of identity, purpose, and direction. Yet within this challenge lies the seed of transformation. The trine between Saturn and Pluto, along with the sextile between Uranus and Neptune, points to a profound period of change, one that is both structural and innovative. The USA's chart suggests that this is a time when old systems and structures may be dismantled or reformed, paving the way for new, progressive frameworks that better align with the nation's evolving identity. This transformative energy is not chaotic but disciplined, suggesting that the changes ahead will be carefully planned and methodically implemented, much like the great reforms of the past that have left an indelible mark on the nation's fabric. In the context of global affairs, the USA's chart on August 10, 2024, positions the nation as a leader not just in power, but in thought, innovation, and diplomacy. The emphasis on structural transformation indicates that the USA is likely to spearhead initiatives that address some of the most pressing challenges of our time, from climate change to social justice. This period marks a significant chapter in the nation's history, one where its actions and decisions will not only shape its own future, but also influence the trajectory of the global community. In essence, the USA's natal chart on this date is a powerful testament to a nation at a crossroads, poised to harness the energies of the cosmos to forge a path of leadership, transformation, and enduring influence. The aspects at play offer both challenge and opportunity, urging the country to rise to the occasion with the courage, wisdom, and innovation that have long been its hallmarks. As the USA steps into this period of significant influence and transformation, the stars beckon it to lead with both strength and grace, shaping a future that honors its past while embracing